Walking in the lane with sipping little things, gonna get us right tonight.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2021 and welcome to Talking Tonight. I am Deijon here with David Holiday. We have a great lighthearted episode for you guys. The previous episode was a little heavy with everything that's going on in the world, so let's bring some joy, shall we? Today we will be talking about the one and only, the legendary, one of the greatest vocalists of all time, Detroit native, the queen of soul, Miss Aretha Franklin. We will be talking about the top 5 songs, in our opinion, of Aretha Franklin. We would love to hear your opinions as well, so please comment down below. We will go over this again, and we will respond to you. I respond to messages all the time, so please comment and let us know what you think. With that said, I'm going to throw it over to David for his top 5, and here we go.
All right. Hey, happy 2021 as well. So Aretha Franklin, as he just said, words cannot express. I mean, she represents everything.
Everything. Soul.
The soul, the fact she's from Detroit,
yeah.
R&B, that powerful, powerful voice, amazing voice.
Like no other.
Great songwriter. I mean, it just goes on and on. Hard to come down to just 5, but what I had to do was I had to listen to a lot of her songs. And I actually, in my research, heard a bunch of songs that I never even heard of before.
So did I.
And it just makes her that much more amazing. Again, R.I.P. to Aretha. Number 5, for me, I Say a Little Prayer.
Okay.
Great song by Aretha. As you know, her father was a preacher. I just think that just the smoothness of that song, the fact that it's one of those crossover type songs where you've got, the element of the gospel,
and the R&B,
a little bit of jazz even in that song. That's my number 5.
Absolutely.
I Say a Little Prayer. Wish we could sing it, but again,
I'm not getting sued.
We're not doing that. All right. Number 4. Now, I think it could be higher up on some other people's list, but you'll hear mine. You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman.
Okay.
Aretha Franklin.
Yeah, we disagree on that one.
She sang her heart out in that song. It's awesome.
She made
song.
Obama cry with that song.
I mean, it's
come on.
Gotta be in the top 5, obviously. All right. No particular order. Number 3, I put it ahead of the last one because of the message of the song. Not that the other message wasn't good. Think.
Oh, okay.
You better think about what you're trying to do to me. Like, it's just...
All right.
I mean, come on. Number 2. Probably not going to be on number 2 on everybody else's list, but the actual music to the song, the rhythm, it's a little bit out of her typical genre, and it's just so good. Rocksteady.
Okay.
That song is all time. And again, no matter what order you put them in my opinion, Aretha's so great.
I want to sing it so bad.
it's such a, you can't not bob your head to it. You can't not sing unless you're trying not to get sued. All right, and of course, gotta be number 1. I don't have to spell it, do I?
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
I mean, what you already said it. You already know. Everybody knows. Comment below, and obviously, when you do comment, we don't want you to. You can disrespect us, but don't you dare disrespect the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin.
I will block you.
That's number 1.
Just saying.
She's number 1.
All right, so my list, I had a similar process. I had to go deep in the archive, get those deep album cuts, those collaborations, and so I have an order to mine. It's a little ill balanced, but you'll get my point. So at number 5, I had to go with a lesser known song, and a song that I think should have been number 1 in the country, and is a collaboration like no other. Aretha Franklin and Fantasia with a song called Put You Up on Game. And at this stage in her career, there were actually a lot of critics that said, oh, Aretha doesn't have it like that anymore. The smoking caught up with her. Age is catching up with her. Let me tell you something. When these 2 ladies stepped into that studio, Aretha Franklin showed up and showed out. That's all I'm going to say on that. One of my favorite songs of all time. Of all time. One of my favorite songs.
All right.
At number 4, now this was a little hard because I like, it's Aretha. There's so many songs. But I would say, Call Me. Call Me the moment, the minute, the hour that you get there. She just sung her heart away on that. So that's my number 4. And number 3, now this is where it gets hard. People are probably going to crucify me for this. Respect. Respect is at number 3 for me. No disrespect to the song at all, but I was looking at the vocals for my top 2. The vocals and the musicality and the feelings that you get. Respect always gets you out of your seat. It always gets you in your feelings. But these next 2 songs, you'll understand. At number 2, Ain't No Way. When I tell you that song is just so powerful, her voice is so powerful on that song. And I was so glad when Patti LaBelle did the tribute to her because it showed the presence that that song can have. I mean, Patti made that song her own and actually did end up re-recording it. So for those 2 queens, the godmother of soul and the queen of soul, to share that song together and those powerful vocals on both sides, I had to put it at number 2. At number 1, You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman. I think that song is her greatest song of all time. When you make the President of the United States cry, that's something else. When you're in your 70s and you throw that fur off and you have people standing and screaming for you, and your voice is so powerful, it drowns out an entire band. Wow. That is something. At 70 years old, 70-something years old, and you're a smoker, I mean, that's common knowledge. You smoke, you live your lifestyle, your age is there, and your voice is that powerful, that soulful. It's no other reason to call her the Queen of Soul.
Absolutely. No disagreement there. Again, comment below. We want to hear what you think. We know that she's the queen. We just may debate a little bit about which one is number 1.
Yeah.
But that's okay. So a few honorable mentions. I didn't have too many because, again, it could just go on and on. I'm surprised this wasn't in either of our top 5. It was my number 6 if I would have kept going. Chain of Fools.
Now listen, here's the thing. I said Put You Up on Game is my favorite song of all time, but if we're going solo Aretha, that is my favorite song of all time. We said this Christmas. Chain of Fools is my favorite Aretha Franklin song of all time.
There we go. And that's why it's an honorable mention. If not in the top 5, we'll see what you guys say. Number, well, not number.
Ooh. I can't.
Pretend like you didn't hear that. I like this song, again, because it's a little bit out of her normal type of song, but it's obviously great because it's Aretha. The House That Jack Built.
Yes!
Hello. Let's go.
Yes. My first honorable mention, I'm going to throw it back to you. My first honorable mention was in your top 5, and that's Rocksteady. Oh, yeah. Rocksteady is, I mean, it's glorious. And then I was going to say Chain of Fools before Rocksteady, but since you already said it, let's skip over that and save time. But then I would go with a song called Seesaw, which is another one of my favorite Aretha Franklin songs. It's catchy, it makes you move a little bit, and it's just great work.
And then my last honorable mention, not as popular, but again, to me, it's her going back to her gospel roots. Spirit in the Dark.
Oh.
Have you heard that?
Yes, that
voice, obviously,
voice. You ever hear somebody say something and you're like, darn, why didn't I think of that?
Why didn't I think about that?
Yeah.
But no, Aretha, I mean, again, I would hope that the comment section is glorious. Yes. It will be, again, keep it respectful.
Please.
And, what's your top 5?
And I will say this on that comment note. Always keep it respectful. We encourage you guys to debate in the comments, especially on those more heavy topics like what happened at the Capitol, the election, and all of the other heavy subjects that we will be bringing here to this show and to this channel. We encourage you to debate, but just keep in mind that we're all human beings. We all have feelings. It's just a debate. It's just opinions. Nobody's right. Nobody's wrong. Just keep it respectful. But back to the honorable mentions. I'm surprised this wasn't in one of our top 5s. I'm going riding down the freeway of love in a pink Cadillac.
Beautiful.
I mean, come on. I mean, what more can you say?
What is more Detroit than that?
And finally, Amazing Grace.
Of course.
Those gospel roots. Nobody sings that song like Aretha Franklin. Nobody ever will. And I think that she's just the queen of soul. I think musically, one of the greatest. Personally, one of the greatest. So kind. you hear people all the time talk about how kind she was. Now, she could be shady. And she was going to be shady. But it was so funny to hear and so endearing that it's like, you know what? She's the queen of soul. She can do whatever she wants. And it's the same thing with, like, if you see the legendary singers shading someone, it's like, I mean, you shouldn't have said it.
That's okay.
You know, when it's Aretha Franklin, when it's Mariah Carey, Toni Braxton, Dion, Diana Ross, Patti LaBelle, Shaka Khan, those names, let me tell you something. If they shade you, you need to bow down and grovel because that is holy, okay? That is probably one of the greatest honors you will ever receive in life. Obviously, Aretha Franklin, one of the artists I dreamed of working with. So sad that she passed away. No one will ever forget the Queen of Soul.
Absolutely. And we won't allow it here in Detroit, and I'm sure that any real fan of music won't allow it. That name will live on forever, just like Mozart, just like Beethoven, just like anything else. She's that great. Yeah. Rest in peace, Aretha. We love you.
Rest in peace to the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin. Please do your research. Go listen to some of those deep album cuts. Listen to some of those collaborations. She also has a collaboration with Mary J. Blige that was amazing, especially for that time period. And that's something that you have to factor in, the time periods and the message, the vocals. You have to think, a normal human being, a normal singer, their voice starts to deteriorate at the age of 64, scientifically. So for her to be in her 70s and past the age of that or near that is incredible. So right now we're running low on time. Any final messages?
Wasn't a lot of auto-tune in the 60s and 70s. That's all I'll say.
That just killed the entire conversation because you have to think about that as well. Live performances don't have auto-tune. Well, except for Justin Bieber. No shade towards Justin. I love Justin Bieber. But, just saying. But with that said, we're going to close out this fun art. This has been a great episode. This has been very fun. Please comment down below. Like, subscribe, keep supporting. We have fantastic things coming. We have merchandise coming, more amazing topics, cooking videos, cover videos. My album is coming out very soon. We're actually going to have a meeting after this. So this is going to be great. Can't wait to see what 2021 brings. Peace out, Orange Crush. Hello, Biden and Kamala. We will see you next time, and we are out of here. When you make the President of the United States cry, that's something else. When you're in your 70s and you throw that fur off and you have people standing and screaming,